Greetings, everyone, and welcome to tonight's epic Division C West matchup between Cool Cats and Kittens and ReGen Divine. Before we go any further, I'd like to introduce my co-caster for the night, Ruffian. How are you tonight, Ruffian?
Hi, I'm doing great, Rackham. Thanks for having me.
All right, no, always glad to have someone along. So, tail of the tape so far. Let's talk about the map bans. Cool Cats and Kittens won the flip, so they have chosen first pick. So ReGen Divine has banned out Brax's Holdout and Alterac Pass. Cool Cats and Kittens have banned out Infernal Shrines and Battlefield of Eternity. And ReGen Divine has picked Towers of Doom. So that's where we will be going for game one. So I'll tell the teams that we are ready. And without any further ado, we can get started.
I'm so excited. Yeah, me too. I'm really excited that it's going to Towers of Doom. I think it's a really fun map and really interesting. And there's always a lot going on.
One of two maps you can win without even touching the core. Okay, so let's see who we want to ban. I pulled some stats together earlier, and of course I closed that browser window. Let me pull them up again.
While you do that, I just wanted to mention that these teams know each other really well. They've been in the same division quite a number of times, so I am expecting some target bans here.
You are probably right. So far this season, these stats are all from Division C. As far as bans, we've seen Zagara banned 43 times out of 54 games, and Vala banned 22. So 23. The Vala bans are, 23. The Vala bans are still going. I'll bet we don't see a Zagara ban. But then in my first cast, I said we wouldn't see Zagara played, and she was played. And she ran wild over the entire map. So she was banned for the rest of that series. So you see Lucio is our second ban, and then Sonya. I don't know these teams that well, so I don't know if any of these are target bans or not. But these are all bans that wouldn't surprise me even if they weren't targeted. They're just good heroes that people don't like to play against.
Yeah, I believe that I'm not surprised by that. Ooh, there's Nazebo ban. Yep.
Yeah, I think Nazebo might be really rocketing up in the bans. So far, he's been banned. Has he even been banned? Nazebo. Yeah, he's only been banned once so far. And I'm guessing that was a match that took place this week. I don't have that information handy, but that would be my guess. But I think we'll see him up there. And we get Brightwing as the first pick. Brightwing, a fairly popular pick, especially on this map, able to zip between towers and help her teammates out. So, solid first pickup.
Yeah, I was looking at both these teams so far this season, and it looks like both of them have been picking Brightwing. So highly contested. So it's probably smart to first pick that there.
So then we get Wafflecopter with the Gul'dan and Arch Valley with the Imperious. So he'll be looking to stab Brightwing right in her cute little murderous face. Let's see what they come back with here.
Yeah, so that's interesting because Imperious isn't a traditional double soaker for this map. So he could be being used here as a tank, or we'll see. We'll see what happens here, whether we get a double soak on one side and not the other.
So we get a Nubrak and Junkrat. Nubrak's Beetles and Spell Armor will help him against Gul'dan for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Cool Cats and Kittens pick up something like a Zul or, well, not a Sonya, but something like that can double soak. And I think you're right, Imperious will have a little problem keeping up with that. So they might have to go with like a 1-3-1, something like that. 3 in the bottom and 1 in the other 2 lanes. We get rid of Lost Vikings. Lost Vikings don't get played a whole lot on this map, but when they do, if memory serves, they're very, very effective. It's also possible that they know that Cool Cats and Kittens plays Lost Vikings. So that might be a target ban, because that one feels a little weird to me.
Yeah, I think it just feels bad to play against the Vikings on this map because they have such a huge advantage, for getting to all of the temples or shrines, whatever. I always forget what they're called on this map. Because it's just so easy for them to channel everything and to also delay channels.
Absolute Yoda brings out the Stukov. And I was looking at some win rates and things before this match, and Stukov, as popular as he is the fourth most picked hero. In this division, he has a 38% win rate, which I almost fell out of my chair when I saw that. That very, very
Wow.
much surprised me. So we'll see what happens this game. And they put Bankai's Johanna in front of that Stukov, so she can just press her D and be immortal for a couple seconds at a time. So she's not afraid of anything. And there's
Oh, wow.
Diva and Chromie. Is Diva
So we've got
fast
a lot
enough
of
to double
poke?
soak on this
Yes.
map?
100% yes. And then they've got a ton of poke with Junkrat and Chromie, to interrupt channels, play very safely. And they've got a double soaker, so it'll be interesting to see what we get from ReGen Divine here.
Yeah, I think Imperius might have his hands full. And we finish off the draft with Silent Shoes Greymane. All right, so assuming we don't swap, that's the heroes we're going to get. So I'm going to play a cool bumper here, and we'll see you on the other side. All right, welcome back. Getting ready for Towers of Doom to load. Teams are anxiously awaiting. And it looks like we have complete portrait synergy for ReGen Divine, but Cool Cats and Kittens has chosen to go with all emblems, but different emblems. So a little bit of individuality over there. I like it.
Nice. Yeah, I like it too.
All right. Let's get into it. Let's pop the talents. And I'll go ahead and introduce the blue team. In the blue corner, we have Lubidium on the Bright Wing, Horvath 70 on the Anubarak, Beowulf 04 on the Junkrat, Descolada on the Chromie, and Crazy for Hirano on Diva. You want to do us the honors of introducing the red team?
Absolutely. Red team, ReGen Divine. We got Silent Shoe on the Greymane, Benkai on Johanna, Wafflecopter is playing the Gul'dan, Absolute Yoda on Stukov, and Archvalley on Imperius.
All right, let's head out to the middle because you know that's where we're going to go because that is the Hotch tradition. Although they're not following the tradition, they're going bottom there, so I don't know if they're going to be doing something sneaky or not. We'll have to see how that goes. There's no Sylvanas, so there's not going to be any extreme cheese down there. I don't know what's going on there. Joanna not scared by the Bright Wing. She's turned into, I believe that was a crab for a moment, but she recovers. She's fine.
So it looks like ReGen Divine is going to send a Greymane up against the Diva up in the top lane there.
So that does, that's interesting. So Imperius will be handling a lane, Greymane will be handling a lane, and then Johanna will have the 3-man with her bot. It looks like. We'll just see how that works out. Anubarak is waiting for them to go to the camp. They don't take the bait. So it's nice paces for him to wait in the bush there. Let's pop up and take a look at that matchup up top. So it looks like Greymane's getting the better of it here early. But it's still early. Oh, he jumps in on Diva. I don't think he's going to take the mech down, but nope, he does. Mech goes down, and we have our first half kill of the game. Meanwhile, oops, we have a pause.
Oh no.
Yep, first one of the night. Hopefully last one of the night, but it happens. Looks like Stukov got disconnected. So we have the two teams taking their camps right as they come up. As we all know, the bottom camp is so important on this map. So both teams will probably be aiming to turn those camps from yellow to blue or red as soon as they pop up.
Yeah, absolutely. Bottom lane is key. You've got that double pumpkin camp down there. So, as the game goes on, if you are able to control both towers down there, it becomes very dangerous because you can get a lot of free shots on the core.
I'm really interested in this matchup up the top lane. So we saw that Greymane wasn't afraid of D.Va's defensive matrix and went right around it and took the mech down. I'm not sure if he'll be able to keep up with D.Va as the game goes on, but I think early he might have a little bit of an advantage. So I'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I find it interesting that CCK they aren't rotating that D.Va and doing any kind of double soak. They're just keeping her up in that top lane there, and they're kind of doing a little bit of rotation with the 4-man between mid and bottom lane. So it'll be interesting to see if they keep that up, or if D.Va does end up getting into the more traditional double soaking for this map.
Yeah, I'm also interested how this Imperius is going to work out. So if when they come to a 5v5 team fight, so you've got Johanna's Condemn and Imperius' Stab, following up that, and Gul'dan with the ability to dish out a lot of damage. So I think that CC is gonna make it easy for them. But I think just raw damage numbers, I think Cool Cats and Kittens might have the advantage there. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's scary. Cool Cat and Kittens, they have a lot of poke damage. So if Chromie and Junkrat can stay back, where they're not going to be in stab range of that Imperius, they can really dump a lot of damage in. So I definitely understand your concern there.
And Stukov did not take low blow, so he won't be dishing out that insane damage. He did take ballista spores, so once every 60 seconds he'll be putting a weighted pustule on everyone, and his cooldowns will happen more often. So he'll have the silence available a little more often. He'll have his heal available a little more often too. So he could be a force to be reckoned with. I know that talent's strong. I don't have a lot of luck with it. I usually go low blow, but some people swear by it. So
yeah, that's one nice thing about Stukov is I've heard a lot of different builds for him. So I think there's a lot of ways you can play him, which I think makes him a really interesting hero.
So we'll be back here in a moment. We're going to take a little break while we figure out what's going on, and we'll bring you back to the game.
Hold on to hope. It will not abandon you. The eternal conflict continues between the forces of good and evil. Evil will triumph over those who give in to despair. But despair cannot defeat the power of hope. Hope is the voice that will never be silent. Hope is the stream that fills the wells of courage. Hope is the light in the darkness. And in the darkness, I will be that light.
For the Inter-Multiversal Nexo Weight Championship? You better be! El Bandito Imperius! Gata de Batalla Lele! Mel Gaucho!
Bienvenidos a la catedral de las mejores batallas del Nexo.
Ding, ding, ding! The fun is on!
¡Épico!
What a takedown! Give it up for MC Tombstone! Rampage, all right! We
The most important thing I've learned in all my journeys is balance. Work and play. Good and bad. Right and wrong. Honor. Tradition. A good brew. And most especially, family. These are the things that bring me balance. These are the things I fight for.
You really want to see what I can do?
Impudent child.
Someone should probably stop us.
I'm Kevin from the Heroes dev team, and I'm here to announce your game.
A terrible fate has befallen this world. Evil runs rampant, uncontested. I can stand by no longer. Die, Hellspawn! Crawl back to the pit from whence you came. I am the Archangel Tyrael, and I will defend this realm from all who would defile it. For I am justice itself! much for us to settle.
When I was young, I lived a life of recklessness. In my selfishness, I inflicted pain and hurt those I cared for. I have learned many lessons in my struggles with doubt and fear. Balance and harmony are not easily attained. They must be fought for! But on my journey, I have learned another lesson. You do not have to fight alone.
Let's do this!
Bienvenidos a la catedral de las mejores batallas del Nexo. ¡Vámonos! El terrorífico, el chamuco, Diablo. El jefe, la parca lunara. La pantera
And welcome back, everyone. No, you do not have deja vu, but Absolute Yoda was not able to get connected to the game reliably, so since it was in the first 2 minutes, they've decided they're going to go and remake the game. So this should be the fastest draft you have ever seen. It's just going to be the same bands, the same heroes, and then we'll get back into the game. The only reason that we want to go through the draft here is so that when stats are reported correctly, everything will look just like it did from the first game. So we have Mischief filling in for Absolute Yoda, so he'll be playing the Stukov. Other than that, everything looks the same.
Yep. So we get
chat,
a redo.
Yep. So chat, we know what the draft is going to look like. Who do you think won the draft in the first game? I usually ask after the draft, and I forgot to. If you have any opinions, drop them in chat so we can disagree with them. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, though. I wish all drafts went this quickly.
I know, this is nice.
Just pop, pop, pop. Everybody knows what they want. I think Tyrael is the last band here. We should get someone in here and wager on the draft because we'd probably make a lot of money.
Yeah. Someone who didn't know that we'd already seen it.
I play to win. Here we go again.
And there's the Greymane.
Boom.
I think if I had to pick a draft, I'm probably going to go with Cool Cats and Kittens here. It's close, but I think they bring a little bit more damage to the party.
Yeah, I like the fact that they have the double soaker in the Diva, but we'll see if they go with the same strategy in the restart. And they actually do some double soaking, maybe put some pressure in the bottom lane. Not sure how that is going to all play out.
All right, we're back. Hopefully for the last time this game. And the only difference we have is instead of Absolute Yoda on the Stukov, we have Mischief on the Stukov with, I believe, a different mount and a different skin. So that's an interesting detail that's changed. Other than that, I'm assuming we'll see the same lane assignments. We'll see the Diva and the Greymane square up from the top. We'll see if Greymane can get first blood.
First half blood.
Yeah, that's right. First half blood was, and actually, not. Does it count as first blood when you kill a robot?
I don't think so. I don't think I saw it pop up.
I need a ruling on that. Chat. Does it count as first blood if you kill a robot? I need someone to weigh in there. You guys take a vote. All right. So here we go. This looks remarkably like it did before. So I'm going to watch that top lane matchup. Keep my eye on the bottom half of the map, but this is the one that was more interesting to start off. And Silent Shoe is chunking the Diva down. Oh, we do have a big fracas down here in the bottom, so let's go take a look at it.
So it does look like CCK has possibly switched their strategy a little bit because they did have the Diva moving down for the soak in the mid lane, and they had 4 in the bot for a little while there.
Yeah, we see Diva mid. She had some friends come up and help her with the mid lane for a second there. So we'll see if they continue to do that. If you're going to double soak, I would kind of expect people to stay in the bottom more, but I mean, there's several ways to play all the maps. So, and blue team is getting their camp, and red team is going to react to that and get their camp. They're a little bit behind. A new Barak thinking about the invade, perhaps. Chromie with the damage. Bankai had to pop a shield there, and it wasn't enough. He's not as immortal as he thought he was. So now we have first blood, and New Barak takes out Johanna. She gets New Barak gets the credit, but I think Chromie gets a big fat assist on that one. She did most of the heavy lifting on that
Definitely. One. And having double pumpkin camps this early is great. They should be able to take that whole wall down there in the bottom, which puts CCK in good position. or almost
Yep,
the whole wall, I guess.
Yep, there's the first tower. One more pumpkin's going to go in. It takes out the gate. The second tower is there, but they've got Chromie and Junkrat trying to knock it down, but Johanna's going to have something to say about that, so Johanna comes out and chases them off. So it's 3v3 down here. But if we go look at the blue wall, I don't think anything's been done to that one yet. So the definite advantage going on in that bottom lane.
Yeah, we did have the Imperius sneak up looking like they might want to go in on a gank attempt on the D.Va, but it didn't end up panning out.
Bankai being fairly fearless on Johanna going in and getting those condemns. Unfortunately, Stukov was a little too fearless as well, and he doesn't have a big shield like Johanna does, so Stukov goes down. So that's 2 kills for Cool Cats and Kittens. And with the altars coming up, that's unfortunate, but he'll be up in time. Death timers are so short now; it's not a big deal actually.
Ooh, big
However,
damage onto Beowulf.
Junkrat, is he going to make it? Nope, he does not. So in the top lane, Brightwing's going to channel her side. D.Va has made the cross to the other side of the map, and she's going to pester the right side. I think she's going to back up, and Silent Chew will take that. And in the meantime, in the very bottom, we do have a channel being attempted by Gul'dan. I don't know if they're going to get to him. Brightwing just gets to it, and it's 3v3 down here. We've got Junkrat coming in to help, so it's going to be 4v3 in a hurry.
Oh, body blocking going out.
And the channel does go over to Cool Cats and Kittens, so they take a 4-point lead. Gul'dan really low. Unfortunately for the blue team, he took the drain talent, so he's going to be able to heal himself up rather nicely. And that was D.Va, not just the mech, that was D.Va herself going down.
Yeah, I saw it. Imperius got a great stab on her right in front of her gate, and she just couldn't quite get back to safety in time.
And that's going to let Greymane take this camp. It looks like he might get it uncontested. I don't know if Anubarak knows he's there or cares. Oh, he does know, and he does indeed care. He's going to wait, and he comes in, but he's a second too late, and Greymane does take the camp.
We may see an invade, yeah.
Yep. Invade coming in for ReGen Divine. Slowing Sands is going to make it a little harder. Johanna's kind of out on an island right now, but she's beefy enough to, I think, get away with this.
Cool Cats and Kittens are a little awkwardly separated here.
Yeah, Anubarak, I think, wanted to come in, but then Gul'dan started to drain him and wasn't able to pull it off. Oh, a lot of low health bars for Cool Cats and Kittens. Anubarak goes down off screen.
Oh, no.
Chromie goes down. Junkrat is, I think is he going to be okay, or is Gul'dan going to drain him? No, very, very close there. He got down to like 20 health right there.
Yeah, it was unfortunate the angle of the mine there, because it ended up unfortunately landing someone really close to Chromie there.
And we do have heroics here for ReGen Divine. Not quite here yet for Cool Cats and Kittens, but Cool Cats and Kittens are going to try and channel this anyway, and I think they might get away with it. And in fact, Imperius is he's in a lot of trouble. He's taking a lot of damage, and is he going to be able to walk away from that? Surely not. Down to 100 health, and it's going down, and it goes to 0.
So ReGen Divine had a little bit of a bonus there. They were able to secure that bottom fort right before they channeled the altar there, so they got an extra shot.
Yep, and then Gul'dan's just going to come down here and defend. He's got friends coming with him. He's getting a lot of value out of that drain life. You saw Chromie go down to about 25% health there, so it's kind of annoying, the damage he can do and the healing he can get from it. So we'll see the teams probably, ReGen Divine is going to try and just hold this as long as possible. Johanna with the falling sword doesn't hit anyone, but causes them to back up a little bit. So, kind of a zoning sword. It worked.
Yeah, meanwhile, up toward the top, we got Imperius and Greymane double teaming the D.Va.
Yep, and Diva, she's got the defense matrix out to keep herself safe. And she does for now, although she's playing with fire with that Imperious, literally. And she's down to like 200 health, but she has a well, so she's going to get away with that. Let's head back down to the bottom lane then. The tower's down to a little less than about 40%. Bankai being very, very aggressive, going in there and condemning and rounding them up. Here's Gul'dan with a nice drain.
Yeah, Cool Cats and Kittens has so much poke. They should be able to poke this down before that altar spawns.
Yeah, Junkrat's just been able to throw those bombs in there, and they're going to be able to turn this here in a second.
Or
although
not.
Junkrat can't do it if he's dead. Johanna lands on Junkrat. That was rude. So Junkrat goes down. Bankai went nuts there, going after the Brightwing. Almost got it. Went way into the neutral zone. That's something you can do with Johanna. You can't do with a lot of heroes. And Gul'dan is in a lot of trouble. Nice shove by Stukov to push Nubarak away. And Gul'dan turns that fight around and takes Chromie. I don't think without the shove they get that kill. So well played.
Yeah, and in the meantime, ReGen Divine did pick up that altar as well.
And we have another invade here over the camp on the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. I don't know if they're going to be successful. Johanna's kind of split from her team. Is she going to be able to get out of there? She's not able to drop her shield when she has when she's polymorphed, so she got turned into a squirrel or a crab or some kind of a small furry animal. And
yeah, it was a nice
get out of that.
That was a nice cocoon to take the healer out of the fight so they could get the Johanna down low and get her in the kill zone.
Yep. So XP fairly close. ReGen Divine has a level advantage. They don't have they don't have a talent advantage quite yet. So they're going to hustle and try and get 16 before Cool Cats the Kitten does. Imperious playing with the Diva, but decides to walk away. And
Cool Cats and Kittens, they got that double pumpkin camp in the bottom. Gul'dan's desperately trying to kill these pumpkins, but there are several that do go into that tower.
Yep. And then we've got some minions coming in behind them. Johanna aggressively coming out with the Falling Sword, gets a nice condemn off to get Chromie and Junkrat and a Brightwing. Doesn't have the DPS close enough to follow up on it though. And that tower is going to go blue, so that's a 5-3 advantage for Cool Cats and Kittens. However, Gul'dan throwing out a lot of damage. That's Chromie's going to go down, and Junkrat's going to be feared into a corner. He might be okay. No, he's not. So he goes down. So that's going to be 5-3 on the field right now for Cool Cats and Kittens, and 16 is dangerously close to being here. So Johanna going to channel that. They are down on altars, so it's only going to be 3 points, but it will still keep them in the lead. They're up by 4 now.
ReGen Divine is doing a really good job of splitting Cool Cats and Kittens in these team fights, which is really helping them kind of catch somebody, separate from their team and get an extra kill in the team fight.
That Imperious Diva matchup, I mean, they've been scrapping a little bit throughout the game, but I don't really think one of them's gotten the upper hand significantly over the other one. So it looks like we've settled into ReGen Divine just going to keep 3 in the bottom and keep trying to push that bottom altar. Junkrat is able to boost himself to safety, but not far enough, and Johanna finds him with the Falling Sword. It is maybe going to cost them their heat. No, Gul'dan, he's in a cocoon. I think he's going to get out. Well, but Brightwing might have something to say about that, though.
Yep, they're just trying to hold this for as long as they can. Chromie's up at the top lane. Not sure what they're doing up there. Let's see. Oh, she's rotating now.
She's coming. Tower's pretty close to going down. I think Johanna's going to be able to tank that damage, and they'll be able to take that tower. And they do. Johanna very, very low. I don't think she has her shield up, but she's going to back out. So the tower goes red, and they'll have pumpkins. They're not going to try and push the pumpkins in, so Cool Cats and Kittens will have to defend. So we have Diva taking the top left tower, and ReGen Divine taking the top right tower with Imperious. Kind of a gentleman's agreement there. And do we have anyone contesting the mid tower? Junkrat's going to come in with the rip tire. Is he going to be in time? No, the tire goes off a little bit early, and Bankai is able to get the channel. So that gives us 25 to 14 for ReGen Divine, and they have a full level here. They're slowly advancing towards 20. They're going to take their camp, keeping the macro going. Get the camp. You know, it's yellow, turn it red. It's yellow, turn it red. In the meantime, Cool Cats and Kittens have taken the tower back, so that evens it up at 4v4. Diva's in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, she's got her back. She's going to be fine.
Yeah, ReGen Divine had perfect timing in taking that bottom tower, like right before the altars were spawning, which really made it hard for Cool Cats to get the interrupt on that channel.
And Junkrat goes down. So a little too close to the sun there. Johanna was able to assist there. Gul'dan gets credit for the kill. They're doing a lot of damage to that tower. Ooh, those slowing stands, that's going to make it hard for Johanna to get out. She is stunned. And she's going back in. Nah, she's backing up. She's low. That tower almost Imperious is thinking about taking it. Johanna goes back in. She's fearless.
Yeah, Cool Cats and Kittens should be careful because, once that's gone, their protection is gone too from that fort.
Nice play on the Johanna to just be absolutely fearless, knowing when you have your D up and when you don't have your D up. So we have 2 altars up, 1 mid, 1 bottom. This could bring it to within 1 boss play of being game over. Johanna going with the falling sword doesn't land on anyone, but definitely disrupts the back line. Riptire comes out. I don't think it hit anyone. At least didn't do that much damage. And Junkrat does go down. Cool Cats and Kittens going to have to back up. So
look at Diva.
Yeah, Diva's like, you guys distract him. I'll get this, and she did. So they are going to give up bottom wisely. ReGen Divine has 20. They don't, so they can't really contest this one. But they did get 1 altar, so they're still above 4 shots, so they don't have to worry about that boss play ending the game. Uh-oh. Poor Brightwing. She got collapsed on from all sides. And then the Falling Sword comes out. It's the improved Falling Sword with the level 20 upgrade with all the bolts and all the cool bells and whistles. So that'll be up in another 8 seconds. I would be surprised to see Johanna launch in the neutral zone as aggressive as she's been. It's up now whenever she wants it. And I think Johanna actually got bounced off the gate there. I think she wanted to go further, and the game said, no, you can't be here. So meanwhile, Greymane's going to take that camp, and so they'll have pumpkins coming in that Cool Cats and Kittens will have to defend. What's the health on that?
I mean,
altar?
Things may be looking dire, but this is Towers of Doom, the map where anybody can come back. As long as you have 1 point on your core, you have a shot here.
Yep. The noob with the dive isn't able to get Gul'dan like he wanted. We'll have those pumpkins. So the pumpkins are marching in. We have 4 members of ReGen Divine down here versus 4. Make that 3 members of Cool Cats and Kittens as the new bright goes down. Johanna with the improved Falling Sword. Oh, nice fear to pull Right Wing back to the party. Imperious does go down, but not before Brightwing goes down. So 6 points left. ReGen Divine can bring it to within 1 here. Diva was snooping around, but she's going to have to leave. She can't do anything about that. So Stukov's going to get the credit for the channel. And that brings them a 1, and that puts them within 4. So that makes Boss the last play. I would expect Diva to come in here. Does she have her bomb up? No, she does not. And it doesn't matter because she's silenced anyway. And she's Baby Diva, and then she is no longer on the map. And that's a 5-man wipe. And that brings us to 22-0. And that's the end of the game.
Yeah, strong showing from both teams, but ReGen Divine, they were pretty relentless in that bottom lane to keep control there, which unfortunately there were a lot of altars that ended up spawning in the bottom half of the map, like toward the end of the game there, making it so hard for Cool Cats and Kittens to get out there to even contest.
All right, so I'm going to do my favorite thing I can do as a caster, and I'm going to give someone a point. So that gives a point over to ReGen Divine. So they picked a map and they knew what they wanted to play, and it worked out for them. The first pick didn't hurt them. So we'll see where we're going to go here to the next map. We'll be back here in a moment.
The pathetic wretches of this new realm already fear me. They should. So many souls for me to harvest. And I shall begin with theirs. This Nexus, all its power, it will be mine! Those who oppose me invite their own demise. If the two of us have learned anything fighting fools like these before, it's that when we work as one, none can stand against us. We are Shogun! We will rule the Nexus, or destroy it!
The Dark Nexus. It is mine to wield, to control.
I am the World Breaker. The world heaves with my torment. She'll be my enemy. Acquiring Chinese. I return. For Adun. From order comes justice. Glory to the firstborn.
Go forth and slaughter in my name. The Raven Lord demands it.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So, after that first ReGen Divine victory, Cool Cats and Kittens is going to go with first pick. So, ReGen Divine gets to pick the map, and they're going to send us to Dragonshire. That was picked by ReGen Divine. So the team that picked the first map won the first map. So we'll see if that holds. That holds true.
Another entertaining map.
Yep. Doesn't have quite the comeback potential here, but I know ReGen Divine made sure they got a lead and they extinguished that. So they decided there was not going to be a comeback. So we do have Mischief remaining in the game. Absolute Yoda. I don't know if they were not able to come back or they just made a decision that Mischief has earned his stripes there. If you're not familiar with Wally Pip, P-I-P-P, for some of you people that are younger, you might not know who that is. you should go Google it, go check it out in Wikipedia, and ask yourself the question: does Absolute Yoda get Wally pipped tonight? I hope not. I think he'll be back next week, but we will see how it goes, because Mischief did a really good job in the emergency sub role there. So, all right, let's head into the draft.
Now let's see if we get some different bands here, and maybe we'll get some respect bands from some of the heroes played in Game 1.
So, do you have anyone, if you were Cool Cats and Kittens, that you would not want to see play? I might get rid of the Johanna. That Johanna was just was kind of a bully, especially in the bottom lane with the falling sword. So, I might consider throwing the Johanna a ban.
Yeah, and maybe the Stukov too. The Stukov put out a lot of healing, and Stukov can be just rough to play into with the silences and everything.
They're sticking with their guns so far. They do not want to play the Vala, so get rid of Lucio. I would expect ReGen Divine to get rid of the Nazebo. We'll see if that happens, but that's what I would expect. So you pick your poison here. I've long said that there should be about 19 bans. Then I would be able to ban everything I don't want to play against. But I don't think it's ever going to happen.
There's just too many things.
Jason says that Yoda is Waffle's brother, so he doesn't think the Wally Pip is going to happen. Probably not. I just wanted someone to go look it up. I feel clever making obscure references like that.
You should feel clever for calling the band.
That's it. You can't see it because I'm not on camera tonight, but I am patting myself on the back. Oh, I think I hurt my arm, but it was worth it. And we do indeed get rid of the dirty, nasty Spider-Man Nazebo. You know Nazebo is broken when I haven't played him in like 6 months, and I decided I was going to play him in Storm League today and just chase people down with spiders the entire game. Not as broken as Zagara was, just really in a good place. I think eventually we'll figure out how to play against him.
That's a noob first pick. That's a little unusual. But
I wonder if a noob is maybe Bankai's second favorite tank. So they might be just making sure that they get the tank they want.
That makes sense.
And we get the Sonya. The Sonya was banned in the first game, but with the Johanna ban not going out, they're able to get the Sonya in, and Wafflecopter takes the Gul'dan that they were very comfortable with on the first map. So,
yeah, Wafflecopter went 9-0 last game. Very impressive Gul'dan game there.
Zed in chat says, you got me to look it up, and I definitely learned something. As long as one person learns one thing from my stream, I consider it a successful stream. We could shut the entire thing down right now, but my mission has been accomplished. But we won't shut it down because I really want to see the second game, see if it's as entertaining as the first one was.
Are we going to see a light bomb, a noob here? That's exciting.
We definitely could. Light bomb, a noob with a ring on top of it. Ugh, gross.
Ooh.
So we get rid of Tychus. I don't know whether that means they're going to go with super heavy frontline, or maybe they just don't want to play against Tychus. He can be good in a lot of situations, even without the, 2 tanks to chew through.
Could we see a Stitches here, maybe, on the side of ReGen Divine, or maybe a Diablo? Both of those make sense with the Tychus ban.
Well, you're not going to get your Diablo, so...
Aw. What's it gonna be?
They can take whatever they want. The other team has a healer and a tank, so they can... I don't think their picks... I guess you might take your DPS and get that out of the way. Nope, you take the ETC and the Deckard.
All right. Well, what do you take in the top lane to beat a Sonya, Rackham? What do you think?
Well, what I do in this situation is I tell someone else to handle the solo lane because I don't want to play against Sonya. What Cool Cats and Kittens has done is they've said, you know what? Let's let the Butcher go nuts.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is happening.
and they take the Dahaka. So that answers your question about the solo lane. I assume that will be Dahaka versus Sonya.
Yeah, I've got a big old smirk on my face right now. I'm excited for this butcher.
Hopefully, if it's not a vegetarian butcher, hopefully he digs in, gets the meat lover's pizza.
Light bomb on the butcher.
And Silent Shoe goes with the Gray Man again. They do have Deckard that can get off the slow and the CC to maybe keep the butcher at bay. And then, you know, in the extreme case, you've got the ETC Moss, and he can power slide and get him away a little bit, but they don't really have the hard CC that I kind of like to see into a butcher. So we'll see if they're able to deal with that butcher effectively or not.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a little worried just because, like you said, not much CC. I mean, Deckard Roots, I guess, will help it. And, you know, ETC, like you said, does have stuns that he's got his knockback and everything as well. So we'll see if they're able to fend him off.
Yeah, I think ETC's got his work cut out for him here. He's going to have to do a good job of peeling, and Deckard's going to have to help him out. It'll definitely have to be a two-man effort. Zed in chat wonders if we're going to see the butcher with the furnace blast, which you don't see a lot, but he has light bomb, so you can put the light bomb on him and then send him in. But let's go ahead and introduce the teams here. In the blue trunks, we have Horvath 70 on the Anubarak, Lubidium on the Anduin, Pushover on Jaina, Descalada on the Butcher, and Beowulf 404 on Dahaka. And you want to introduce the red team for me?
Yeah, your red team is ReGen Divine. We've got Benkai on ETC, Silent Shoe on the Gray Man again. Mischief is going to be playing Deckard. And then we've got Arch Valley on Sonya. And Wafflecopter on that Gul'dan again.
All right, so teams are going to mix it up here. We've got Dahaka's decided he's going to peace out and he's just going to head to the top lane early. The pop of the talent. See, we haven't even collected anything. We're at Dahaka collecting essence, and we have both Anubarak and Sonya collecting globes. Butcher charges in, but Gul'dan's going to be able to get out of there, so he's safe for now.
We have a double team up top.
Yeah, so we got Gul'dan collecting globes too, so they'll be fighting over those a little bit, perhaps. Yeah, so
that's a lot of globe collecting.
Yeah, I think Greymane was looking maybe for a gank there, but he realized it's not going to happen, so he's going to come down and help his team out here. And this map does have some similarities with Towers of Doom in that, at least in my opinion, bottom lane is the important lane. You want to get that bottom fort down as quickly as possible to make your access to the bottom safer than the other team. So, and right now everyone's committing at least 3 or 4 to the bottom. Greymane's taking that camp up top, so no one's soaking top, but no one's getting that soak. So no one's really getting an advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah, I really like the early camp pickup here by ReGen Divine. I think that's a good call that'll cause some pressure and maybe get them in early Dragon Knight.
Only Dahaka knew that Greymane was there. I think he could have done something about it, but I don't think anyone had any idea. In the meantime, we'll head back to the bottom lane because that's where the excitement is. Butcher does go in, and ETC does go down. So that puts the Butcher at 68 meat. 2 minutes in, so that could be trouble.
So we have an invade with the camp there taken by CCK.
Yep. Smart play. They saw enough red nameplates elsewhere on the map. They said we can get away with this, and they did. Let's go look in the top lane. So, wow, that Dahaka getting bodied a little bit, and Sonya hits him with the W through the wall. Hits him with a second W through the wall, and this one is fatal. So Sonya's going to have another 15 seconds to think about what she has done. Or pardon me, not Sonya, Dahaka. My apologies, everyone. So Butcher is a little low. He's going to have to back up. He's at 85 meat. So the top altar is red. Bottom altar is about to become red. We do have Butcher and a Nubrak mid. You think they'll try and force a channel here?
I doubt it. But they are going to try to get a kill.
And Butcher is down to 75 meat. So
Now
that was a nice slide by ETC to kind of tell the Butcher, knock it off, dude. Stop eating my peoples.
I'm really interested to see this matchup in the top and how it goes between Dahaka and Sonya.
Yep, Sonya, she's been doing a really good job of chunking down the Dahaka. So I think Dahaka may need help from a friend, and instead he finds a friend for Sonya is up there. So I don't think he's going to be able to take that point back. He's going to try. So in the meantime, let's head back to the bottom where Butcher is charging in and gets booped out by ETC. So now we have a possible channel for blue.
Yeah, Greymane's doing a great job, Silent Chew on the Greymane, of coming up top just at the worst possible times for Dahaka. So good communication there for ReGen Divine.
Dahaka doing a good job to make use of that camp. He knows that he's got the bonuses for being in that circle, so he's fighting Sonya inside the circle and just not leaving it, probably wisely. It's about to go away, though. So let's... Sonya had to back up a little bit. So Dahaka getting some value against that wall. He's having to back up now, so let's go ahead back to the bottom. I almost need, like, picture-in-picture here to
I know.
get on this action. Can't see everything at once. So this is going to go blue. So we do have a channel available. Greymane's up there to prevent it hanging out mid. He's just going to hang out in the bush there and wait and see what happens. In the meantime, Anduin and Jaina are taking the camp bottom. ETC came in and looked at it, but realized he was outnumbered and backed up.
Oh.
And of course, off camera, Dahaka was able to take Sonya down. The minions get credit for the kill, but I'm sure Dahaka had a lot to do with that. Oh, that's a nice tongue onto Greymane, and then Butcher tees off, and then the root comes in. Was that an Anduin root? Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah, that was a really nice. I think it was Deckard.
So, tens are here. We do have Lamb to the Slaughter for Butcher, so we're not going to see the Furnace Blast Light Bomb nastiness.
Oh, sorry, you're right. It was Anduin.
Every now and then. All right. So, Dahaka still hasn't picked his 10. Anduin does indeed go Light Bomb. Jaina with the Water Elemental, so we're not going to see the ring. Instead, we're going to see that sneaky damage from the Water Elemental that people seem to ignore. And Butcher is able to get in and grab the dragon.
Is he able to collect meat while he's inside the dragon?
I was just looking at that, and yes, I don't know why I didn't know that, but I specifically looked at it on my screen, and yes, he just grabbed 8 meat, so...
Oh, okay, good.
That's actually probably really smart to put him in there because the Dragon Knight just annihilates minions very, very quickly. So he's going to be at 150 plus here in a moment. Dragon is low. Gul'dan doing a really good job of draining it down. Oh. Dragon heads out to kick someone out of the play. I think they're going to get this fort before the Dragon is done, though. Probably not much more, though. Dragon's down to 10%, so they're just going to back up. It's going to be gone 16 seconds anyway, so... Well, no, they're not going to just back up. They're going to take a couple swipes on the mid-fort, and it's gone.
That's really going to help Cool Cats and Kittens, on that bottom, holding that bottom point to have that fort down there.
Yeah, they have a fort, so they have somewhere to retreat to, and they have a well, and ReGen Divine has neither one of those things in the bottom. So let's see, ETC sneaking up here. A noob just very, very patiently waiting. Well, the tanks are going to slap each other a little bit. No harm, no foul. This little high five there in the bush. Cool Cats and Kittens coming down as 4. We only have 3 down here. If Cool Cats and Kittens wants to force this issue, and they do have all of their ults available, so I think they could, but they decide to get the camp and play it safe. Probably the smart play.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of picking up camps, you know, pretty close to on cooldown.
The Haka once again using that circle of the camp effectively to chunk Sonya down. But Sonya has her own camp here for a moment. We'll keep an eye on this.
The Butcher is scarily close to stacking.
Yeah, I'm watching my mini-map. Oh, we've got to go down, and ETC does go down. Butcher collects the meat, so Butcher is now at 200 meat. You can see he's got the special glowy axe. So he's going to be kind of a beast, literally, from now on. And they're going to come in and take the mid fort, and there's not a thing that ReGen Divine can do about it right now. They wisely realize that and back up and give the fort.
Yep, they're going to lose their camp as well.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them kind of hang out as 4 and just enable Butch for the rest of the game here, and just let him go nuts. 15 to 13 right now. Well, 15 to 14. So Cool Cats and Kittens up by a level. They are going to be up by 16. So they'll be up a talent tier here shortly. So Dahaka takes that up top, but unfortunately Greymane is coming down. So Sonya's getting chunked down, but Greymane and Sonya both are going to get onto Dahaka, and he manages to escape.
That was an impressive escape. I thought Dahaka was done.
I tip my hat and say, well played to that. Uh-oh, it looks like he might have read his own press clippings there, and ETC comes in with the slide, and Dahaka burns some essence to get out of it. He does go down, however, they take Sonya down and Greymane down. We saw the light bomb. I don't even know who the light bomb was on, but
it was on Butcher that time.
It was on Butcher's, yeah. So he's going to be the light bomb delivery unit, and they were able to take 2 others down. So we have 4 against 2, and we have a channel for blue, and this time it's going to be a Nubrak's turn to ride the big boy, and he is going to, no, he's not going to go top. He's going to come down, and it looks like he's going to head to bottom and get that keep wall, maybe. I like seeing that because that's, right now, that's one of their win conditions. That bottom lane is really strong for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see how much they're able to get here. I'm guessing probably just the wall, but we'll see.
It doesn't have a lot of backup, but oh, look, there's a new Butch in town. So Butcher is here.
Oh wow, mid, we got a fight breaking out.
Oh, let's zap up there real quick. Oh. Jaina was a little bit low, gets a nice heal from Anduin. Oh, here comes Butch. Is he going to charge someone? It's a little close to the wall for that, though. In the meantime, that dragon is about dead. Let's go pop down there and see what they did. So they were able to get the wall and almost half the keep.
Yeah, that's solid. They also were able to bait out the mosh as well, so they're safe from that for a little while.
And they do have a 2-level lead, so that's going to become 20 here soon. So I think if you're ReGen Divine, maybe you have to make a play, and maybe that's what they're trying to do here. Because once it gets to 20, that could be rough.
Yeah, definitely. They have a window here where they can, fight on the same talent tier, and indeed, here they go.
Yep, they've got a couple of blue nameplates isolated. However, here comes the Butcher, and then the light bomb goes off, and Deckard goes down. And Newbright does go down too, but they're also going to get Greymane. No, Greymane walks away with 30 health. Oh my goodness. ETC doesn't have the same luck. And the nice tongue onto Gul'dan, and then Jaina finishes it off. So Greymane was able to get out, but his friends were not. So we have another 4v2 here, and they're going to come down and take this keep.
Yeah, the question is, do they keep going? I think so. With the camps behind them,
Yeah, I think you probably do, and I think they're going to get away with it. I don't think Sonya and Greymane are going to have anything to do about this. And of course, you've got Butcher with them. Although Butcher's going to come off, and he might have made a mistake. He does get slept, but he gets the kill on Greymane, then Anduin with a nice pull to pull him back to safety. He goes to the core, but the core's already been taken down by his friends, so he doesn't really have much to do there. And that is going to tie us up at 1-1. So let's head to the game summary here. Look at the tail of the tape. So Sonya led everyone in DPS by a lot. There wasn't a lot of DPS that went out in this game. We only had 11 kills for Cool Cats and Kittens, but 4 kills for ReGen Divine. Butcher, goes 4, 6, and 1. Led them in siege damage, led them in XP. I think if I name an MVP that match, it's probably going to be Butcher. Although Jaina went 4, 5, and 0 too. So next match, do you ban the Butcher or do you let the Butcher play?
I don't think you need to ban it. Just maybe be prepared to take some tools to use against it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe draft a little bit more CC, but it was well played. I've also seen Butcher. The ones I get in my Storm League games, they're 2 divey and they die, and they end up with 4 immediately at the end of the game, and everyone feels bad. But this Butcher was not one of those. It was pretty well played.
Yeah, okay. No, they did a really good job of not feeding until they finally got stacked, and then were able to dive in a little bit harder, and it was very terrifying.
All right, so let's head over to the map screen, and we'll give someone a point. Still my favorite thing to do. So in this case, the person that picked the map wasn't the person that won the map. So they're able to reverse that trend, and then we'll go to a third game, winner take all. Chicken Chat says ban the Butcher, so they definitely don't want to see the Butcher. And looks like we've got the next map coming up. Teams aren't messing around.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So we are going to go to Sky Temple here for Game 3. I'm not sure who picked the map, so let me find that out from the teams. And ask them who picked the map. Oh, so ReGen Divine will have first hero pick because Cool Cats and Kittens picked the map. So let's see who picked that. So they picked the map, so they get their choice. And I think the teams are... Oh, I should probably invite my co-caster to the game, shouldn't I? It's probably easier to cast if you can see the game. Just a guess.
I'm here.
All right, so I think we have everyone here. So, chat, after what you've seen here, do you have any respect bans that you've seen that you definitely don't want to see the other team get in the third game? We've already had someone pipe up and say they'd like the Butcher to be banned. I think Ruffy and I agree with you. I don't know whether it's really something that's bannable because you have so many other bans. When we finally do get the 19 bans, yes, then you definitely ban the Butcher. But until then, I'm not sure it's worthwhile.
Yeah, I mean, you might want to prioritize. The Stukov was so good in Game 1. That could be a good pickup here for ReGen Divine because Stukov has disengaged tools. They've got the silence, so that could be something maybe that they could think about.
I wouldn't mind seeing Gul'dan, but I don't think that's high enough priority. It's been very well played the first 2 games, but the first game it wasn't enough. So I don't know. All right, it looks like we are ready to go. Teams are ready to start drafting. So let's head into the draft, shall we?
You bet. For Cool Cats and Kittens, one hero that maybe they could consider banning because it has caused them a little bit of trouble is the Greymane.
Possibly. think you are. I think you make a very good point there. And Vala, they are sticking to their guns. We don't want to see Lucio, and we don't want to see Vala, so they're going to sit out this series. So now we'll see how we play the second ban. For Cool Cats and Kittens, do you get rid of the Nazebo?
On this map, well, they have. Oh, no, they don't. Yeah, I think on this map it might be a good idea. But there's also that Johanna, right? That they didn't like dealing with, that they banned. That they may just ban that out again, because that worked out pretty well for them.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a Nazebo ban here, and I think we're gonna see that Johanna just snapped in very, very quickly. So there's the Nazebo ban. I'm 1 for 2. Can I go 2 for 2?
You are on fire.
Make me look smart here. Well, that I wasn't going out on a limb with the Nazebo ban there, so I think I was okay there.
Let's see what RGD prioritizes. Wow. Okay.
They take that Ahaka, so nice global to get from temple to temple, temple to bot lane, anywhere to the boss. So good pickup on this map, and it also takes it away from Cool Cats and Kittens, so they come back with Brightwing and Ragnaros.
I like the rag on this map, just because the wave clear, assuming he goes lava wave, I mean, that's gonna really do some great wave soaking for them, even when they're fighting over objectives.
And we see the Greymane for the third game, and we do see the Anub'arak come out, so I think that might be why we saw the Anub'arak taken so early in game 2. My hunch is if you go back and look at stats, Bankai probably plays a lot of Anub'arak, so they were taking it away. But they didn't take it away this time, so Anub's going to come out to play. And we're going to get rid of Hanzo. My guess is that's a target ban.
Yeah, I think so.
If it's not, maybe they're just trying to confuse the other team, trying to throw them off their game. But probably not.
What will it be? Oh, good ban, good ban.
Asmodean. Yeah, we didn't see him banned in either of the first 2 games. Surprising. I forgot about him. He's kind of gross.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
don't want to Asmo pushing on this on this map for sure. That would be very frustrating.
So do we see the Butcher? Nope, we see the Johanna and we see the Gul'dan. So a lot of heroes getting play in both red and blue today. So I hope they brought both the jerseys with them.
That's so interesting. Just a flip-flop.
So we'll see what Wafflecopter comes back with after having his very comfortable Gul'dan taken.
Yep. What are you bringing us? Oh, another flip-flop.
But this Stukov is still there. So let's see who we finish this off with. Chat, who do you take here for the last draft pick of the series? Who do you finish his comp off with? They're thinking about it.
Falstad, maybe? Some auto attacker. Oh, okay, Cassia.
All right.
So we got the Johanna Cassia combination, with the blinds to help the Cassia. That's going to make it kind of tough on Greymane. And plus also the polymorph from Brightwing will make things a little rough on Greymane as well.
Well, that's what it looks like on paper, but fortunately for us, they don't play this game on paper, so we'll have to see how they actually play on the field.
What do you think? Do you favor either comp?
I think I might go with ReGen Divine here. I really like the noob and all the crowd control tools that he brings. And I think they might have just a touch more damage. I think Jaina's going to be kind of safe behind that front line, but it's very, very close. I mean, it's my preference by just a tiny bit. No, we had someone in chat that wanted Murky to finish that comp off. Sorry, no fish today. All right, so let me actually you introduce the red team first. We'll mix it up this game. We'll be crazy.
Oh, right. Let's get nuts. ReGen Divine. We got Wafflecopter on Jaina. Silent Shoe once again. Third time's a charm on Greymane. Benkai on Anubarak. Mischief playing the Stukov. And Arch Valley on Dahaka.
All right, in the blue trunks, we have Beowulf 4 on Ragnaros, Lubidium on Brightwing, Descolada on Gul'dan, Horvath 70 on Johanna, and Pushover on Cassia. And teams are going to scrap for the vision. No one's going to die for it, so that's good. And then we'll head back bottom. Or not bottom, but mid. Except for Ragnaros, who's going to split up top. And we have 3 members of ReGen Divine up here, so they're going to dedicate a little bit of effort to the top lane here. Wafflecopter jumping in and going after those towers, but they're gonna back up.
Yeah, we're missing a little bit of soak in the bottom lane. Oh, Dahaka's heading down now.
So it looks like we're going to get a rotation between mid and bot out of Cool Cats and Kittens. And we get a rotation up onto Rag. It's the Stukov and Jaina. The silence comes out. Rag's going to be able to walk away from it. But I wonder if that's a pattern. We're going to see if they're going to roam together in that top lane looking for ganks there with the big silence and the big frost damage.
Yeah, possibly. And again, we've got ReGen Divine grabbing this early bruiser camp, which is going to really help push in that top lane before the first objective.
Yeah, that's a strategy I played in a few of my Storm League games lately, and I really like getting that camp early, and getting as aggressive as you can, taking at least the well out. So we'll see if they're able to pull it off. They do have 3 members here. So in the bottom, we do see the blue camp taken by Cool Cats and Kittens, but we'll hang up here and see if they're able to take that well.
Yeah, that camp down there is doing a lot of damage to the bottom fort.
Yeah, they got both camps, so someone's going to have to go clean that nonsense up. They're going to get value up here top, but let's go take a look at that fort real quickly. So we've got 1 Siege Giant that's just going to be...
it's just taking the whole fort itself, yeah, yikes.
Yep, Dahaka, the Knight's condemned to pull him back. It doesn't kill him, but... And they're going to prevent Dahaka from getting to the camp. And Nubrek's going to get to it, so that enables Dahaka to come out there. So that's a really early fort for Cool Cats and Kittens. So let's go look top and see what happened up there. When we left top, there was a wall up here, right? And there was a well. Okay, and, I thought there was when we left.
Right, Beowulf was able to save the fort by molten quarrying.
So molten core will be down here. So it looks like ReGen Divine going to spend some time at the top altar. It looks like they're going to... Are they going to... No, Nubrex. They're not going to go for the mid altar. Nubrex just getting the soak down there. So XP almost even here.
Yeah, and if they could get this whole top altar, I mean, you can already see they're going to get this top fort. So that's nice to start evening up the structures.
Yeah, it makes the loss of that bottom fort a little, it makes it sting a little less knowing that they're going to get this. Greymane's a little, Greymane's a little isolated. Then the pullback on Gul'dan got pulled back, but then Brightwing came in with a polymorph on Dahaka to end that. That meatball just running wild on everyone.
Yeah,
Jaina really low on the back line. Yep, Jaina goes down, first blood. And Greymane is really low. Greymane is going down, and Stukov, he's going to have to, he pops the silence, but it's not enough, and also Greymane went down. So we have a nice little series of kills here. That's 3. So that's going to let them probably finish off this altar. Johanna's a little bit low, but no one's going to be able to get to her for a little bit. We have the last shots taken, and the mid tower is almost still completely left to go.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
that-
anybody's really touched it.
Yep, so that top fort goes down. And Cool Cats and Kittens are going to come down and take the mid and get some value on the mid fort. XP almost even. Cool Cats and Kittens with a little bit of an advantage soak-wise. So they're going to be 10, just a skosh before ReGen Divine. I think ReGen Divine are going to get the last shots, though.
Yeah,
Nice
it
play
looks
by a
like
noob to dive in and get people the heck off of his point. My point. Oh, Greymaine's in some trouble. Oop, boss got aggroed for a second there. That would have been bad.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that to happen. Neither team wants the boss to jump into that fight.
Definitely
Cam's
not.
being traded here. And, oh, do we have the invade? A new Brack coming in strong here. Greymane dives after Brightwing. Not going to finish him off, though. Johanna's going to escape, I think.
A lot
Action
of
going on all
5v5s. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't keep up with it.
Oh,
That was a nice fear. Dahaka goes down, a new Brack goes down. That great fear to isolate them from their team, and they just picked them off. Right there, picking meat off of a chicken wing. Easy. Look,
nice.
not everything's going to be a winner, but you just got to keep throwing them out there and see if
I like
see if
it.
they
I
stick.
like it.
So 10 is here. Actually, 11 is here. So we have heroics online for Cool Cats and Kittens, and they are going to take the boss knowing that the other team is down a member and also down their heroics, so they probably don't expect anyone to come in. Nubrak's going to come down and kind of say, hey guys, what's going on? Oops, I see you're having a party here. Let me just leave. Johanna says, no, why don't you stay for a while? But he does get out. So we have the boss. So do you push with the boss, or do you just let the boss go and then stand on the point? Point's not
I
up
think
for,
you just let
for
the
12
boss
seconds.
go.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can understand if they want to do a little pushing too. But
I think you might push with the boss because you're up 12 to 10 and 13's just around the corner. Maybe you just bully them, see what you can get out of it. Although the boss is halfway dead now. But they're going to get, it looks like, both of the towers and all of the wall. And maybe not the second tower. So the boss goes down. So in the meantime, back at the bottom temple, Cassia and Brightwing are killing the temple guardians. And Dahaka has popped up in a bush all of a sudden. And the teams are all here except for Rag, who is on his way. Nice fear there.
usually down too.
And then all sorts of damage going out. Cassia gets a double there. Johanna gets Jaina. Stukov, I don't think Mischief is going to make it out. And then, I think Dahaka may be in trouble if that condemn goes off. He does have the essence, but he also has 4 blue nameplates surrounding him, and he's going to go down. So we get a keep out of this, right?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think they can end though. If I were them, I'd just take the keep and run. They might not even quite get the whole thing.
Yeah. Like I like to say, they don't have to make a play right now. ReGen Divine absolutely does have to make a play, but Cool Cats and Kittens doesn't. They can just chill. Johanna's chilling inside a cocoon right now, but she does come out and then she throws a condemn. And wow, a lot of red nameplates are in trouble. That 3-level 1 talent tier lead is kind of hard to overcome. So
Yeah.
if you're ReGen Divine, what do you do to get back in this one right now?
Well, it's very hard with the rag waves, like pushing their lanes out. They just got to try to soak, at least get 13, I think. They're going to lose a keep and part of another one here, but they are going to go ahead and fight it out.
Nice ring. Cassie getting a lot of damage out of the lightning. Jaina goes down. Greymane goes down. Stukov running away, but he's not going to be able to escape. A noob has a shield. I don't know if he's going to make it out, though. Oh, nice burrow to get out. And he will indeed get behind his wall. But in the meantime, we've got Cool Cats and Kittens taking the right camp. They'll probably go take the left camp here, would be my guess. And they are going to get the last shots on the bottom temple. So that's going to do some damage. I don't think they're going to get any damage on the keep, will they?
Doesn't look like it, no.
Nope, nope.
So ReGen Divine, I think they just need to regroup and not panic. This probably feels horrible to them right now, but they definitely are not out of this. Yes, they've lost a key, but they just soaked to 13, just keep soaking, and hopefully can get, at some point, a fight on the same talent tier. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, if they have a little box that says, in case of emergency, break glass in ReGen Divine headquarters, that glass has probably been shattered a couple of minutes ago. They've got to stay cool and see if they can get back into this. And the Haka is going to... Is he going to make it out? Does he have enough essence?
Ooh, maybe? He might.
Race car to Haka. Zoom, zoom!
Oh, good job to Haka.
Yep.
I was feeling bad for him. I'm glad he got out.
He's going to go home and sit in a quiet room for a moment and try and forget that. Cool Cats and Kittens getting aggressive in the top lane.
I do think they could take a fight under their keep, because the keep would be helping them, but it looks like CCK is going to back out.
Yep, they're going to back out. They're doing a really good job of just playing the map. Every camp has gone blue for the last couple of cycles, so they're just being bullies. If there's something on the map, we'll take it. We'll occasionally come in and touch a building and get some damage, but we're not going to force anything. They're firmly in the driver's seat, and they are playing like it. So that camp goes down.
Yeah, so I mean, ReGen Divine's just creeping, trying to get 16. That's all they can do right now, really.
And a trade doesn't do ReGen Divine much good here because we've got the structures. We've got 5 structures to 2. So if we get a trade, the Hawk, I don't think he's going to make it out of this one. Nope, he does not. Cassia blinds him, that puts him out of his misery. So a trade is going to be in favor of Cool Cats and Kittens just because then they have more structures on the...
Yeah, and with Dahaka down, they're going to go ahead and take that boss. Plus, they have really good boss control, so they don't have to worry too much. They did take Emerald Wind, and then they also have the Fear as well from Gul'dan.
And they could push with the boss. I think maybe they're discussing that. Now Brightwing is going to go ahead and just take the point. Rag's going to come up here and just get the vision back. So are they going to come up top? They know that they have a good fight here. Are they going to be able to get there for everyone backs?
Oh, Dahaka. No, Dahaka, no.
No, Dahaka, he found a bush and he jumps into it, but he's... Okay, I don't think race car Dahaka is going to... Oh, is she going to get out of this again? Beowulf lost track of him. He dropped out of vision just long enough. Although Cassia... Oh, no. Cassia saw him. He was able to get the Hearthstone finished in time, though. Whew.
So there's the window just closed on ReGen Divine getting a same talent tier fight because we do have 20s now coming online for Cool Cats and Kittens.
I'd like to see them get 20, but I don't know that they're going to have time because of the way this map works. The next objective they'll have to do something. They had to make a play, and they did. Greymane comes in and deletes Cassia from the map. Greymane's going to have to back up a little bit, but I think they're all going to escape. So, we have 5-4 for ReGen Divine. Maybe this game isn't quite over yet.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great cocoon on the healer. They were able to dive in with the Greymane, take out the Cassia.
Nice dive in on a rag by a noob, but Gul'dan makes him pay for it. And now, unfortunately, Jaina goes down. And then Stukov goes down. And it looks like Dahaka is... He was trying to run away. He got polymorphed. And then he's really fast. But is he going to be able to outrun everyone?
He did it again!
Yep. So the problem is Dahaka and his little buddy Greymane have to come back and they have to defend a lot of stuff.
Yeah, this is going to be tough.
And Cool Cats and Kittens aren't going to make it easy. So Greymane gets polymorphed. Johanna pulls him back with a condemn. And Ragnaros smacks him in the head with a big fiery hammer or something. And they're on the core. And with only Dahaka up, he's not going to be able to do anything about this. So core goes down to 10, core goes down to 0. So that brings us to the end of the game and the reverse sweep for ReGen Divine.
Wow.
Well played, or not for ReGen Divine, for Cool Cats and Kittens. Yeah, they're blue. They're on the left side of the map. Oh, it's late. All right, so let's go take a look at the game summary here. So, anything stand out to you here as we're looking at stats?
Yeah, two things. I mean, it kind of jumps right out at me. Number one is the Ragnaros. Look at that soak and all that siege damage. I mean, that's just incredible. That really gave Cool Cats and Kittens like just such a nice cushion and a level lead to really have the advantage in all the team fights. And then the Cassia 8-1. I mean, let's go.
Yeah, she put on a little show there. Kills 19-1. So it felt like it was kind of oppressive from the jump. Cool Cats and Kittens got into a groove early and never really got out of it. And this one got out of control a little bit. Although, well played to ReGen Divine. They did not just give up. They were definitely in that game. So I tip my hat to them for the hard playing that game.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, their Jaina did a lot of work. I mean, they played great. It's just keeping up with the Rag, I think, was just tough. And they fought their hearts out. But being down talent tiers, it's so tough to win a team fight when you're down talent tiers.
Yeah, it was hard, and they did make that play where they got the 5-4 advantage down 20-17, I think it was. So they had a little bit of momentum there, but I think. Being up 5-4 wasn't enough for them to overcome the Storm talent at 20. So that kind of evened the playing field, but it wasn't enough to push them over the top. So it was a valiant effort and a play they had to make. It just it was a little bit too little, too late. So let's head over and we will make it official by granting a win to Cool Cats and Kittens, and we'll see if anybody wants to interview here. So give us just a moment here and we will be right back.
Hold on to hope. It will not abandon you. The eternal conflict continues between the forces of good and evil. Evil will triumph over those who give in to despair. But despair cannot defeat the power of hope. Hope is the voice that will never be silent. Hope is the stream that fills the wells of courage. Hope is the light in the darkness. And in the darkness.
And welcome back, everyone. We have Beowulf here with us. So, how's your team feeling after that reverse sweep win?
Feeling really good. That was definitely some really intense games, but the comeback felt really good.
So, my first question is Butcher. Is that something you normally bring out to play, or is that something that you kind of keep closely held? And this was, we're going to bring it out for the first time and we're going to show it off because it looked really, really good.
I mean, we've just got two different good Butcher players on our team, and I've just been sitting here looking at their 60+% win rates. Like, guys, we should play this in competitive sometime. So I can't say that we practiced it a lot, but it seemed to work out.
Well, it definitely did work out. The other team was they were running a little bit scared from it. So you guys do lose the first game here, so you did not get the domination. What are the comms like after that after that first game, knowing you have to come back and you have to win 2 to win the series?
Salty. The comms are salty. I get a little heated sometimes, and my team is gracious enough not to make too big a deal out of it. But I was a little heated. That was a rough loss, and it felt pretty bad. But everyone really came together to pivot and start planning for the next match and next game. Or not next match, next game in the match, and it came together really well. And one of our players had to hop off. He was feeling sick, and in a way that kind of helps with the mental reset a little bit, because now you're kind of working with a different group of people. So it was. We'll say the comms after that match were exciting but productive.
And it was Pushover that came in. I don't remember who they replaced, but that was the new player, right?
Yep, crazy for Harno. Yep, he was feeling really down. We've Push came on right before our first game started, and so we fought through with Crazy, but he's when you're sick, you're sick. So luckily Pushover was able to hop on and really put in some serious work for us.
Well, I don't have the stats for the first game in front of me, but I do have the stats for the second game. And Pushover led all damage by a good 4,000. 35,000 damage. Not a lot, but the game was pretty short. But they also went 8-7-1. So I guess you could report them for feeding because that was the only kill you had. But I think when you put up 8 kills and 7 assists, you probably are willing to let that go. So I'm assuming Pushover's not going to be running laps after the next practice or anything after that performance.
No, he's allowed to stay on the team for now.
Well, that's good. Is this the first place that they're hearing that here in this interview? Are they like at home, chewing their fingernails, wondering? I hope not. I hope you made that clear. He was going to be able to stay on the team.
No, it's okay. He knows. He'll know the moment he's off the team, though. There won't be any secrets. The judgment hammer comes down, and you're immediately off the team.
Well, that's good. I need to sit on some of your practices. That sounds like it could be interesting. Is the word I'd be looking for. So Ruffian, do you have any questions for our victorious captain here?
Well, I was going to ask, how things went between games 1 and 2, but you already covered that because I know that can be so difficult sometimes, dropping that first game and just mentally resetting. But you guys really, came out strong, looked fantastic in game 2. So with that Butcher comp in game 2, you guys were really patient. The Butcher did a great job of not feeding. Some people, when they pick Butcher, they just die over and over because they're, trying to make plays too early. But seemed to play it, just right, make sure that they get all the meat. And then it was very scary. So as a team, were you guys kind of just working to make sure the Butcher was protected, was able to get fed before you kind of went all out in the team fights?
Yeah, the secret to any good competitive Heroes of the Storm game, regardless of whether or not you have Butcher, is macro, and are you getting your lane prio? Are you getting your minions? And the Butcher just helps emphasize that a lot, and we were really able to just focus on that. That was the calls. Really, was just making sure we're getting the minions, we're getting all that meat, and more importantly, all that XP that comes with it, and it worked out really well.
Well, it did work out really well. You guys come up with a 2-1 game, so you have a little bit of break before your next match next week. So I think, Ruffian, unless you have any other questions, I think I'm going to open the floor.
I do. I do. We haven't talked about game 3.
Well, let's talk about game 3. Go, get in there.
I just wanted to just say I was very impressed with your strategy for Sky Temple. I thought you guys played the map really well. It looks like you guys have put a lot of thought into what you want to do there. Were you right away wanted to, take that rag and figure, try to get the soak and get level advantages? Or what was your thought process with how you played the map?
Yeah, well, on Sky Temple, my thought process begins and ends with Lava Wave. It's just a massive macro advantage. And macro is king on that map in particular. So that was definitely a big part of the play, and the rest of the comp kind of formed itself from there, relying on having that advantage and, looking for a team that can really make something happen in the 4-man, which they absolutely did. So yeah, it worked out about as well as could possibly expect.
Yeah, it looked great. Thank you, Rackham. I just had to ask about Sky Temple.
Oh, not a problem, not a problem. I just assume everyone's, when I solo cast, I assume everyone doesn't want to listen to me blather on. So you actually have cogent points. I just talk. So with that being said, we'll open the floor to shout outs. Beowulf, this is all you. Anyone you want to throw a shout out to?
Yeah, I gotta shout out my team as always, the Cool Cats and Kittens. They're the ones that keep it cool. So thank you guys for sticking with it and shaping up to be another really fun season. Shout out to the Cool Cats and Kittens fan club. Everybody who's hanging out in chat. I see Kaho out there making a play for #1 fan. So that's what I'm looking for. And shout out to casters, you guys. Thank you for coming in and making this more fun, making it more exciting for everyone. And giving us a VOD to watch. So thank you guys.
All right, well, good match. I'll let you get back to your team and enjoy that. And it looks like Ektar's got a match. I believe it's down in DUS, so we're going to raid him and send everyone over there. And that's it for us. Ruffy, any last words before we get out of here?
I just want to say congrats to CCK and good luck in the rest of your season.
Thank you much. Hope you both have a great night.
You too.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for us. Everyone have a good night.